Hi, my name is Kay McDonald, and this is the Power of Charms podcast and video. Today, I'm just elated to have Lorraine Tallman. She is the executive director of Amanda Hope Rainbow Angels. Lorraine and I have worked on many projects, and we'll talk about some of those. But first, I want to introduce Lorraine, and our topic today is the pivotal challenges that executive directors are having to go through this whole COVID pandemic. Lorraine, tell us about Amanda Hope.
Well, thank you, Kay, and thank you for being the backbone of so many charities here in our community with all of the work that you do with Charity Charms and the way you're innovative and how you find new ways to help us raise the funds we need to touch our children's lives. It's, you're a rock star in the community and
thank you, Lorraine.
Everything. So thank you for coming to our rescue and helping us with this problem that we're having with COVID and meeting the needs, and with so many families losing their jobs and, the economy being hit as hard as it's been hit. Nonprofits are really struggling to create space where we can still raise funds, and in a real tangible, like 100% of what you give touches 100% of a child. And we've worked this program out to get our comfy cozy care packs and our mindfulness and our no more chemo party entire gift to be able to touch the lives of children here in the Valley, because COVID may be going on, but cancer is still the #1 killer of children in America, and we're still getting children diagnosed every single day.
So you not only have the challenge of helping the poor children that are battling cancer, you have the additional challenge of trying to support the families. You have this anyway, but now a lot of them have lost their jobs. They have problems getting critical services. Some of them are getting their electricity turned off, things like that. So not only are you there to support the children, but you support the families. And so, as you told me, the need is just so much greater now than ever. And then, at least in Arizona, and I think this is nationwide, over 90% of charities have lost critical funding. What are you doing about that?
So we're really having to pivot and create programs like Key to Strength. We just started this Halos of Hope program where people can sponsor one child a month for $35 a month. And we're very grateful that we're an Arizona tax credit charity. So 100% of what people give, the 400, 800 is given back when people file their taxes. So that's been really helpful. But I mean, we've gone to corporations and people to help. We've provided meals, so just since COVID, for 1,475.
Oh my Lord.
And so, we're having groceries. I mean, imagine having a child that's immune compromised. You're scared to death that a cold could kill your child fighting cancer. Now you're dealing with COVID, and now you have a parent that lost their job, their insurance. I mean, there's just so much. So, we've been really blessed to work in the community, that we've been here long enough where people know the incredible work we do. And we have a counseling center, so we're doing a lot of counseling, depression and suicide. Imagine fighting cancer, losing your job, watching your family suffer, and being a sibling. Like the caretakers, the caregivers, the grandparents.
Yeah.
So we have a counseling center where all of our services are free for the entire family. So not only are we doing counseling and getting meals brought to their homes and paying their APS bill, our staff has just, we're all working around the clock.
I'm sure. Well, and all these things cost money. All these things cost money. So may I ask, were you able to get any government grants to help you through the challenge?
The only grant we were able to get was the PPP, the payroll protection. And considering that my staff has counselors that are dealing with these, grieving counselors, and it was critical for us not to lay off our counselors.
Yes.
You
absolutely
can't deal with mental health and anguish and depression and grieving without people that are qualified to handle it.
Right.
It's one thing to give someone a hug and say you can do it, but it's a whole other thing when you're having suicidal thoughts and you've lost your child and you're grieving, and So
So
we're
it's imperative to keep these funds coming to you, Lorraine. Are you experiencing any shift in whether you're getting more support from individuals or corporations, or is it about the same as it was before?
no, it's been a struggle, but we've gone to people that we know that own businesses and just say, could you just sponsor groceries for 50 families?
Huh?
Could you sponsor? We've even gone to one, we're looking at calling, Angels on Call, where we can call people and go, would you just buy groceries for a week
Yeah.
and help us that way? So we're looking at all different ways where people would be willing to help, at a one-time thing, just to pay an APS bill,
Right.
like to do that. So that's where we're kind of going with our community, going, would you be willing to help us if we called you, or could you just donate $50 a month?
And so a lot of it sounds like personal outreach. I know that is one thing that really differentiates Amanda Hope from many of the other charities and nonprofits that I work with, is that you actually sit down, take the time and call everyone that donates to your organization, which I know that takes a lot of time and I know that's a lot of effort, but I think that really touches people's hearts and allows them to feel like that they're helping, which is so crucial, because there's so many charities out there and they're all vying for the same dollars. So it's so important to thank people. I'm going to pivot now to talk about two things that you're doing now that you hadn't done before that are bringing in funds for you. One is called the Key to Strength campaign, and this is something that we are doing together.
Yes.
We are doing this campaign, and we brought in a corporate sponsor, the National Bank of Arizona. And what we're doing with this campaign that I think is really, really phenomenal is we're not only fundraising, we're asking for a donation of $50, and then we are giving this commemorative fob to the donor. It's called the Key to Strength campaign. The fob has a key on it. It has your charm. It has the National Bank of Arizona. I use it, clip it onto my keys so that I never lose them at all. You can clip it onto a purse, a backpack, whatever. But we're raising funds with this campaign for you. We're also asking other corporations to come in and give, and several companies have come in and given like $500, $1,000. So it's a great fundraiser. It's also helped awareness. You've gotten new donors because Charity Charms, Front Doors Media, and the National Bank of Arizona have all combined to collaborate in the outreach, so that you're getting new donors, you're getting new volunteers, and you're getting lots and lots of awareness as well as the funds that are coming in. That pretty much summarize it. So there's still time to donate to this campaign. Just go to amandahope.org or charitycharms.org and donate today. Then I want to talk about your gala. Your gala brings in a third of your income every year, and you can't have an in-person gala. I was there last year. It was phenomenal. What did you have, over 700 people? How many people were there?
600. We have 600 people come into the room, and between everything that we do, and it's a third of our budget. So we raised $375,000 here, and we also help children in Nevada with counseling and things like that. So we have all of our Nevada people, and we always raise 250, 300,000 there. So all together we have like 4,000 children that come to us for help and services.
They need
that need at all different levels. We're
right.
there to help them, and all of those services, the groceries, the food, especially the counseling, all the mindfulness programs and the storiness, and then we do everything in Spanish and in English, and so we have Spanish speaking social workers and counselors that are helping our families. So there's just so many levels of
levels, and you get people at the event last year. You would put up, like, you needed a new vehicle. You put that up on the screen. You said, we need a new vehicle. We need donations of $250, and then people just donated and got it. And so this year you're going to have to recreate that impact and all those visuals and everything that touches people in person. you're going to have to do it at your Night of Hope Gala virtually. So, so that other charities too that are going through this, if you can tell us some of the key things that you're doing that you think are really going to have an impact and bring in those dollars this year. What are you doing virtually to make this event happen?
So we are meeting with corporations it's a free event for their team, their staff. And so we can put their logo on where they like Swift Charities, they'll have a giving team, or Lincoln Heritage.
So giving teams. That's a great idea.
So we're having people create like ambassadors. So or families that have already fought cancer and we were by their side for 4 or 5 years, and they're now creating these giving teams so that people can give at any level, and they can watch our gala live through Facebook or YouTube. And we're going to be broadcasting for those, in my generation, it was like the Jerry Lewis telethon.
Right.
So it won't be
right.
24 hours, it'll be 1 hour.
Yeah. You have to do all that in 1 hour.
We're gonna try to raise all that in 1 hour. So we're hoping that people just share this event on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat. If people just share the event, it costs nothing. But again, that's just awareness for childhood cancer. Not everybody knows that the mortality rate for childhood cancer, we lose 20% of our kiddos. That's 1 in 5. It's
just so sad. And now they have the hospital stays are scary enough.
Well, and your family visit you. You're in the hospital 2, 3, 4.
And they can't have their whole family there.
They can't visit. Other mental stress. And then we have kids moms in the hospital with their child, and they have kids at home trying to do online learning when mom's in the hospital. And then how are they getting laptops? Not everybody gets the laptop they need. So we just recently got a scholarship from Cox to help buy some laptops for some of our families. We were able to get 5. So it's like, okay, so they're multi-level needs. Can you imagine fighting cancer with your child and then trying to homeschool?
I cannot imagine it, Lorraine. And I just want to give you a heartfelt thank you, because you have made such a difference in people's lives. The work that you do at Amanda Hope is it's life-changing. And we know that you have a big challenge ahead to pull off this gala, to raise these funds. The Key to Strength campaign will run through the end of the year, so we can continue to get donations for you with that. But anyone that's watching this, if you feel compelled to help those little kiddos that are battling cancer, we ask you to go to amandahope.org and contribute in some small way, even if you just want to volunteer. Everything helps. So thank you so much, Lorraine, for being my guest today. And
thank you.
We will forge ahead and we will all help you make a difference.
Thank you. We're so grateful.
Thank you, Lorraine.